And now for our next news special report.
Now we're diving into a story of unprecedented magnitude. Imagine for the first time in history, a former president's trial might be broadcast live for the world to see. Donald Trump's name is synonymous with defiance and controversy. Well, it's now at the forefront of a legal battle that's more than just a trial. It's a fight for transparency in our republic. Media outlets, usually at odds with Trump, are joining his call for an open courtroom. Why? Because what's unfolding isn't just about one man, it's about the very fabric of our American justice system. And what does this mean for our republic? How will this shape our future understanding of justice and transparency? These are questions we must explore, and in the end, I'll share why this isn't just news. It's a defining moment for America, so stay with us. You don't want to miss this. Now, before we jump into our special report, let me draw an analogy. Just as we rely on our sponsors to bring you top-notch news, think of this trial's request for broadcast as a demand for transparency in our justice system. Supporting our sponsors is like affirming our commitment to bringing truth to light. And speaking of light, let's talk about anti-aging. It's like seeing the truth in our own lives, and there's no miracle pill for youth, but our sponsor's special, Collagen, is the next best thing. It maintains and promotes a youthful complexion more effectively than most products out there. Join the thousands who've experienced its benefits and get 53% off and free bonuses at healthwithgary.com. Now back to our story. President Donald Trump's unprecedented legal battle has taken a dramatic turn with his insistence on a televised trial. Yes, could this be his next reality show? Well, this request, echoed by major media outlets, is not just a whim of a high-profile defendant. It's a symbol of the fight for transparency in our republic. Trump, standing trial for accusations of federal election interference, has made a bold statement. He said, "I want this trial to be seen by everybody in the world." This isn't just a call for personal vindication. It's a challenge to the very system. His lawyers assert that televising the trial is crucial for Americans to witness what they term as a politically motivated prosecution. Watch.
The Constitution has repeatedly denied me my fundamental constitutional rights, including my right to have a trial. I want the trial. I announced last night, you probably saw it. They said, "Sir, do you want a trial with or without cameras?" Now, most people would say without. I say the opposite. I want this trial to be seen by everybody in the world. The prosecution wishes to continue this travesty in darkness, and I want sunlight. That's a nice way of saying it. Isn't that pretty? I want sunlight. I want everything exposed to the public, including the election fraud, because this is all about election fraud, which took place in 2020 and the 2020 presidential election, so that such a thing can never happen again to our country. You know, we want paper ballots. We want same-day voting. That's what we want. And we don't want mail-in voting.
But why does this matter? Well, for one, it's about public trust. The media, often critiqued for its biases, is unifying behind Trump in this demand. This isn't about politics. It's about the people's right to know. In a republic, the public's trust in the judicial process is paramount. The Justice Department's opposition to this request brings another dimension to the debate. Citing a long-standing policy against cameras in federal courtrooms, they argue that the judge overseeing the case lacks the authority to make an exception. This isn't just a legal technicality. It's a cornerstone of our justice system, decorum and order. Well, let's consider the implications of a televised trial. Trump's case is not an ordinary one. It's a historic event involving a former president accused of trying to subvert the will of voters. This isn't just a trial. It's a chapter of American history unfolding before our eyes. Shouldn't it be accessible to the very people it impacts? On the other side of the argument, there are legitimate concerns. The Justice Department warns that broadcasting proceedings might affect the behavior of lawyers and witnesses, leading to grandstanding and possibly compromising the trial's integrity. And what about the witnesses? There's a real fear of harassment and threats, especially in our era of intense public scrutiny and social media. The stakes are incredibly high. Trump, the Republican frontrunner for the 2024 nomination, sees this trial as a platform. This isn't just a legal defense, it's also a political strategy. But let's not forget the role of the judiciary. U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan, appointed by Obama, is steadfast in her schedule. The decision to televise or not rests heavily on her shoulders. It's a decision that could shape the public perception of justice in America. And the media's involvement in this case is also noteworthy. Their request to Chutkan last month for transparency highlights a broader concern: the potential for distrust in the legal system, especially in a polarized electorate. NBC News' Rebecca Blumenstein argues that access to this trial is crucial for historical accuracy and public understanding. Contrast this with the situation in Florida, where U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon, overseeing Trump's classified documents prosecution, is delaying the case. This juxtaposition of the two trials, one seeking delay, the other demanding immediate transparency, paints a complex picture of justice in America. The pandemic's impact on court proceedings can't be ignored either. It led to a temporary relaxation of rules allowing public access over the phone or through video conference. This precedent of increased access could be a factor in the decision-making process. As we near the end of our report, let's remember our call to action. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's not just about supporting us, it's about affirming your right to informed, transparent reporting, the very essence of what this trial stands for. As we wrap up this special report, let's reflect on why this story matters to every American. This isn't just a trial. It's a symbol of our republic's struggle with transparency and truth. Whether or not Trump's trial is televised, it represents a larger battle, one between public access and traditional legal protocols. It's about the American people's right to witness history being made, to form their own opinions based on unfiltered information. This trial, with its implications for media transparency and judicial integrity, will leave an indelible mark on our understanding of justice and democracy. It challenges us to consider the balance between a fair trial and public knowledge. As Americans, it's our duty to stay informed, engaged, and vigilant in upholding the principles of our republic. This story isn't just about Trump, it's about the enduring legacy of American justice. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.